Alrighty, Roo, and cuckoo could shoot to you and all my nobodies not watching out there. I went back and looked at the intrusive thoughts video just to, because I don't think I actually subscribed to him because his other stuff didn't really like relate. But I think he just got like 1 million subscribers, so kudos to him. Like that's awesome. It's just like he just has some random videos that aren't all about one thing. That I'm like, whatever, man. But he's still funny about the other stuff, and this one was funny. But it was Chains, FR, like as in for real, I guess. But he's pretty funny. He's got some good points, and if you don't like, yeah, like I'm supportive of people who want a 420 or whatever. I don't want to sit here and just watch videos and videos after it, but a lot of people might. So kudos. I just had to look it up because I wanted to watch it again, and I didn't do a very good follow. I didn't do what he did. I did my own thing, but based on his jokes, and his way was better in my opinion, and it's a better, anyway. But check him out, along with all those other YouTubers I just name dropped for no reason. Not like I know them. I think with a name drop, you have to actually know the person or have some sort of relation to them. Instead, I'm just like gonna. Well, I mean, I guess you don't, but I just whatever. The loud clatter of keyboards assaults me from all sides, makes this splitting headache unbearable. From what? Are you a heavy drinker? Or are you just getting enough sleep? A caffeine withdrawal? Used to be, I dreamed of nothing else but being part of the New York Lotus Star editorial team. It's the first magazine I started reading regularly. The first magazine I'd ever bought for myself. Aww. Little whatever you were then, probably terribly unhappy person. Now simply hearing the word Lotus Star is enough to ruin my mood. No, never mind seeing all these old farts phoning in more reactionary opinion columns and Wikipedia level analysis of current events. Click clack, click 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 clack. They used to destroy and rebuild my entire worldview every month. They shaped my thinking about politics, art, journalism. They even pointed me towards my favorite cigarette brand, for God's sake. Wow, okay, that seems like you're, affected by what, yeah, okay. Alright, whatever. Then some talented people started leaving for greener pastures. Some got too wrapped up in their own neuroses, and some, became complacent. Okay. All of them committed the sin of allowing themselves to grow older. How dare you? How dare you allow time to pass? You fool! Alright. Fresh blood was deemed unnecessary, even though young freelancers kept being bled dry. Like yourself, I assume? These days, whenever someone from the outside Lodestar, talks about Lodestar, it's because the few idealistic contributors willing to accept meager pay while putting in serious work. Dumbasses. Dumbass. Other than that, the magazine specializes in publishing pale echoes of provocative ideas I heard somewhere else a few years prior, wrapped up in an aesthetic that hasn't been cutting edge for a decade. No wonder the readership is in free fall. But even though the ship is sinking, the old guard won't let it go down without a fight. I mean, at least there's that. That's kind of admirable, right? As in, if anyone from the outside attempts to board the vessels in hopes of fixing its course or its holes, they will be swiftly taken care of. I should know. Been there, done that. Okay, I was saying, I mean, it's good. No. They're like, no, we're going down the way we... Yeah, this way. The way we are. Yeah. As it stands, the only full-time staff member who doesn't make me regularly attempt to cringe my face off with his writing. Of course, his name is Brian, and he's coughing for attention or something. His Lodestar's editor-in-chief, Brian, the man sitting... Oh, that's not good. It didn't upload. Sitting across from me, of course, he only has time for editorials these days. A drop in the sea of needs. Managerial duties hit him hard. It's the second time he lets out a theatrical cough like this. He said his piece. Now it's up for me to react. And I'm coming up blank. What do you want me to say, Ryan? I'm pissed off. I can tell you've already made up your mind and you want to go through with emotions. Just make me feel listened to. Whatever, let's do this. Brian, the guy is guilty of major fraud. The man is a sexual harasser. Brian. You're protecting a complete piece of shit here. What? These are my options? Are these dialogue options? Or do I know these things? I don't understand what's happening. I'm gonna say major fraud. Let's do that. My article isn't even something like lashing out the rich and hoping they don't hit back. I think Double Spiral's investors would appreciate being told they're being scammed. That's if, and a big if, they're not a conscious part of the scam. Oh, come on. And even if they weren't, I doubt they'd be generous enough to protect us from the fallout. You're avoiding the core of the issue. No, I believe I pinpointed it in a precise way. If it were up to me, I'd greenlight the article here and now, and we wouldn't be having this conversation. But you're killing the article just because some rich shithead told you he doesn't like it. Get real, this is not about some millionaire jerk calling me to make me an offer I can't refuse. What is it about then? Because it looks awfully like it's about my bosses telling me this outlet can't afford the legal action we would already have been threatened with. Oh, okay. So millionaire interference. Oh, for crying out loud, Julia, don't make me treat you like a child. You know how this works. I publish your story, it's Thiel versus Gawker all over again. A lawsuit here, a lawsuit there, until we're bled dry. I have a mortgage. 3 mouths waiting to be fed at home. I have an amazing team that doesn't deserve to be torn apart over some... Don't you think it's telling you mentioned your mortgage first? Ooh, well, okay, yeah. Silence. Just asking questions. I know better than to get into those empty semantic arguments with you, Miss Sowinski. You're good at them. The problem is, you're still not good enough. Meaning? You're too in love with the weaving of a good story and establishing a seductive narrative to let facts get in the way. You've got enough boring suits with no principles on board these days. They always give you facts, but that's all they can do. I'm using facts as a way to approach some kind of truth. Except facts can blindside you. And Double Spiral has enough facts to water down your story to the point where it makes no sense to publish it. Their HR and PR are working overtime to deliver a convincing counter-narrative, and they're doing a great job. Won't mitigate the damage completely, but will put every little thing in question. Jesse Montgomery is a racist, a fraud, a sexual predator, and a downright satanic fuckhead. Julia. Let me say it again. Jesse Montgomery is a racist, a fraud, sexual predator, and a downright satanic fuckhead. Do you personally believe it or not? This is not... You've listened to all the tapes, you've read all the transcripts, you've seen the documents, you've got the files. I'm asking for your personal opinion. Do you believe it or not? Click, clack, click, click, clack. Of course I do, but that's beside the point. It's not. Look about how I just say it out loud and save us both some time. We're not having this conversation because there's an actual conversation to be had. You set up this meeting knowing very well damn well that this is the only way, there's only one way this is going to end. You've got a mortgage and 3 mouths to feed. You prioritize the well-being of your direct surroundings over some nebulous concept of greater good. I get it. I really do. Yet for some reason it seems like you're only prolonging this conversation and rationalizing your decisions so that I forgive you? Officially exonerate you? I'm not the bad guy here, Julia. So what are you? What are you then? In your own words. Go ahead. Let's hear your side of the story. What are you, Brian? A man who does what is necessary to protect his own. I mean, that could just that could be a hero or a bad guy. If you're going to define it that loosely. That's the, you know, like That's a thing. So, I don't count as your own anymore. Great. He mutters something under his breath, ending with a self-pitying chuckle. I don't know if you'd even want to work under a scumbag like me from now on. Oh, come on. Don't turn this into a pity party. No, I'm absolutely a scumbag. And why is that? Because I'm firing you. Oh, wow, okay. Thought I was just not gonna run my article. It doesn't mean you gotta fucking fire me. Seems a bit extreme. My thoughts are scrambled. For a brief moment, the state of my bank account displays before my eyes with startling clarity. A howling void opens in my chest and starts traveling towards my stomach. No, don't panic yet, you idiot. Get more information. Now, there must be a catch. You're joking. I was thinking, what about my work? I'm just gonna go, what about my work? Let me go get this straight. Ever since we met, I've been working on stories and pieces no one else in your office would touch with a 10-foot pole. They wouldn't touch that. With the... I forget the actual number. It was like a 73.5-foot pole. Constantly interviewing total nobodies, always busy traveling in the middle of nowhere, regretting my last trip, repeatedly ordered to clean up someone else's mess. Julia, all your long-winded spiels about how the disposable work is the most important work, and suddenly, you only remember the disposable part. My feelings about the quality of your work remain the same as ever. It was vital. It kept the magazine going. I will always appreciate it. Then why would you threaten to fire me? I would never threaten you. It's a done deal. They've made their decision perfectly clear. They have made. They? What they? Who is this they? He glances left and right, and then points upward for a short moment, then speaks up again. It's in a hushed voice. You know, the big kahunas. Can't really question them, and they wanted your head on a silver plate. He's not looking me in the eye. You're not joking. I would never joke about stuff like this. It's real. Well, fuck me. Fucking hell, it's real. Damn it, 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 damn it all hell. All these years, all this grind, all my plans, and for what fucking asshole you know I know deserve better, I deserve better. It always ends with me going down the getting back to the sewers. Fuck. No. Take a few deep breaths. Don't lose the plot now. Keep yourself together, you idiot. The moment you show weakness, they go for your throat. Get back in control. You can't do this. I wish I didn't have to, but it's a lost cause. No, I mean it's impossible. Julia, you can't fire someone who's never been hired in the first place. It takes him a few seconds to put on his, oh, I get it, face and let out a troubled gasp and started massaging his temples. What, you just freelance the entire time? Lodestar has been my biggest source of income for the past few years, and that much is true, but technically no one has ever hired me here. It was all freelance jobs. You can choose not to give me more freelance jobs, but can't fire somebody who doesn't actually work there. A full-time position only served as a kind of dangling carrot, a promise of decent pay grade, career perspectives, even some kind of insurance to save my failing health. And the recognition I would get for being a part of the Lodestar team, a position everyone around me seems to respect, aside from me. Then why did I want it so much? There will be time to mourn what could have been. For now, I should act like I don't care. You know what I mean. If I let you work, even under a fake name, it would be a guillotine for me. This is ridiculous. You know I'm going to start shopping this story around the second I leave this room, don't you? Of course I know. I told him. Any response? Let us worry about that. Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all. Click, clack, clickety, clack, clack, clack. I do wonder if I could get accustomed to these mechanical keyboards people here love to use. Whenever I did my work in here, I was still expected to bring my own crappy laptop and sit closer to the lobby. Always on the outside, no matter how hard I try to break in. The vibration in my back pocket feels like a bad omen. I decide to ignore it for now. I've been working on this fucking story for, I don't know, 16 months, on and off. I know. You kept cheering me on! I know. We have even agreed to the pay I'd receive. I know. And 2 months behind on my rent. No, wait, 2.5. I catch him off guard. He is momentarily taken aback and then gives me an empathetic stare. Don't you look at me this way. You don't have the right. I didn't know. Well, now you do. Look, if there's anything I can do to help, pay my 2.5 months rent, pay me the money that you were supposed to fire me, I don't know, something. If you can't tell your big coon is to fuck off, I don't think there's a single thing. Julia, I pull out a smoke and light it up. Gotta get back in control. Please don't do that. There's a smoke detector here. No worries. Nick turned it off a few weeks ago. Probably the most creative thing he's done in the past 5 years. Good old Nick. Perfect 21st century cinema reviewer. Never has an original thought of his own. Just relies on his purely algorithmic taste to stay likable. The best thing is, it works. Funny, I used to dream about his job. It was Brian who killed this dream, making me realize Nick won't be unseated anytime soon, and offered to teach me the ways of an investigative journalist instead. Wasn't the career I ever wanted to pursue, but to my dismay, it turned out to be surprisingly good at it, until this Montgomery thing happened. Serves me right, lessons learned. Should have preserved my dreams instead. Stop it. Nicholas is a good friend, and a respected critic, a member of my team. Put out that smoke. People tell me I let you step over me all the time. Why do I even let you act this way? Because you once told me honesty is more important than in a mentor-student relationship. And it works both ways, because I thought we were friends. He bites his lips and stares sideways to avoid my eyes. At the end of the day, bosses aren't friends. We must have and I must have been a terrible mentor if I didn't teach you that. You're still responsible for me. I feel like that's going to be the most biting remark. Like, could have been better as mean. You were still responsible for me is... I feel like that's going to hurt him the most. Oh, no. You're still not getting off this hook that easily. You're still my mentor, and I will make sure you take responsibility. See? Oh, we're not done. You can not fire me, but not continue to give me work. But we're not done. We are not done, sir. You're getting rid of me? At least point me in the right direction. I need to get my shit together fast, and I can't do it on my own. Fair. I might have failed as a guide, but I will do what I can to not leave you stranded, okay? There are options. None of them are a remedy for all your troubles, but... Wait a second. Another vibration in my pocket, another foreboding feeling. This time I reluctantly take the smartphone out of my pocket. If it has to rain, why not let it pour? A new email. It's a lengthy one, and the sender, speak of the devil. No, this can't be. Christ. I just got an email from Mila Lopez. She claims she's just been laid off from the double spiral, same as Mike Antonov and Jared Rivera. What? What happened? I'll spare you all her insults, okay? The key thing is, it seems all their HR knows all the confidential information about my journalistic investigation and used it to shut everyone's mouth. Hell, apparently Montgomery walked up to Lopez as she was emptying her desk and told her to thank me for being a, quote, dumb and careless... Okay, I'm not saying that. That's like, I'll say bad words and stuff, but I'm not saying that one. Brian goes pale. I think he has a very good reason to. You fucking scumbag. You outed my sources? What? Well, of course not. What are you even saying? Oh, don't you dare play coy. It must have been either you or me, no one else. And you know the way I work. My investigation is basically untraceable, both on and offline. Carefully picked meeting spots, encryption upon encryption. Every direct quote rewritten 5 times, just in case. All sorts of red herrings scattered around. I know my shit. You know I do. And this timing? You just pass a flash drive to your beloved big kahunas during a meeting as a sign of goodwill. Look, I get you're upset, but why don't we just talk this through calmly? Alright, sorry for... No, fuck you. Let's take a step by... Fuck you! You're right, we should... Nah, fuck off. Let's take a step... Yeah, I'm just gonna do that one. Fury takes the wheel, and I'm just up here for the ride. I can't do anything else about it. In a deranged way, realizing you're just a passenger in your own body feels liberating. Let's see it all unfold. Calmly? Fuck you, Brian. Julia! I've been paranoid for months and months, acting like everyone didn't know I was an assassin or a corporate spy. I know I haven't messed up, not in a way I would implicate all of them. You goddamn it. You thought you could get away with this. I haven't done anything improper. Don't push the blame on me. So what, you're claiming it's my fault? That you're never the guilty one? It's always the bosses, the economy, the obligations you have. And now me. Everyone but you, right? It's always everyone else. You're being silly. Quit with this martyr bullshit. Calm down or I'll have to... You immoral shithead. You motherfucking... Calm down, for God's sake. And so it goes. I yell out a lot of words I wanted to say for a long time, but held back. I fling a lot of insults I've been workshopping for years, hoping I'd never use them. I break a few things. At times, for a split second, I see pity in someone's eyes. It's going to haunt me for a long time, but in the heat of the moment, I don't care. These people, no, this company, has nothing left to offer me, so at least let me take this catharsis. In the end, security guard has to escort me from the building, and that's the end of my journalistic career. I just feel like my world has crumbled into nothing. I'm going to end here because we've gotten something done and we're in a new location, and I don't know how long that took, so yeah.